everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Thursday! What's going on out there? Trouble in furry paradise. I'm here, I'm back, I'm waking up, we're working on it. And I've got some coffee and I want to have some of it before we go start farming Zul'Aman rares for mounts. That's what I was doing yesterday. I was going to say the day before, but I think yesterday might have been Wednesday. I think yesterday might have been the top of the stream week. Hello, good morning. Hi, Hazel. Good morning, friends. Hello, good morning. Hi, Twitch. Hi, YouTube. Love that there's a whole pie on the desk. That's how you know it's fictitious. Real pie wouldn't last that long. Well, I haven't been by the house in a little bit. I wanted to fix it up, but I don't know exactly what I want to do with it. And just winging it is a great way to spend a bunch of time and then accomplish nothing. Yep, there's my pie. I don't even think I have a slice of pie. Do I have anything more, like a more reasonable snack? Let me see. It would be under accents, food and drink. What do we have? We have carrots. Let's not get crazy. Let's not say anything we're gonna regret. We have wine. Oh, there's an espresso machine. Oh, that has to go in the kitchen. I forgot I had an espresso machine. Yawns transfer over streams. I got your yawn. We might have a couple of those before we're done yet. I had it. There's the coffee grinder. Espresso. That's that. Espresso. Whoa, it's big. Maybe we make it smaller. Because, you know, I'm just a little gnome. How much espresso can I require? Yeah, it's kind of cute. Sure. It's the BRB music. Yeah. Oh, I'm on the big screen. I'm so sorry. I might need a little help to do streamer things today. I am still a little groggy. I did sleep, I'm sure. I'm sure I did. I had strange and intense dreams about things that were not intense or strange, which was in itself quite strange. Oh, I'm the tough from the Bonnie Leather Rep. Good afternoon, Hazel. Good afternoon, Kevin. How you doing? I was gonna make an espresso. Yeah, new bet today. Yeah, let's start that up. Let's start that up on Twitch. Any early, anybody who's early to Twitch that has channel points they want to gamble. We'll run it for 5 minutes. Let me find a window where I can start that. Let me find a tab over here. Good morning. We're gonna need some coffee for this. Need the Hazel points. Is anybody betting differently after yesterday? Yesterday we had 2% of the points on no it won't drop. 7 people voted for that and took a lot of points. Alright, we're doing the same one, 5 minutes. I don't expect a ton of participation, but it'll make it fun for you guys. I don't need to head over there just yet. What else do I got that I might want to put in my house? What, you got anything else cute that I forgot about that I haven't thought about since I got it? I feel like we've been getting decor. That's fish. It's also meat, though. I don't know if I want things that are, like, obviously, like, steaks in my house. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The hanging herbs. That's cute. That's cute. That's got to go in here somewhere. Although, maybe not right there. Well, how big do we want it to be? What if it's giant? What if it's ginormous herbs? Maybe we just, like, rotate them. Yeah. Bad at this. Really bad at this. Yeah. That's basically the gist of it. I mean, sure. Oh, I see. It's got, like, little hooks. Yeah. That's what I should do with my garlic IRL. I have garlic that I grew in my garden IRL, and I'm drying it, but I just kind of, like, chucked it on a laundry drying rack in a room. That's what I got. It's not a bright room. I'm not sure who I like more, Tired Hazel or Hazel commenting on the BNet shop Hazel. Oh, man. I mean, I wouldn't be saying anything if they didn't keep coming out with new mounts and people come by and are like, oh man, what do you think of blank? I think I hate it. Sorry, Hazel. Stumpy has me at gunpoint. Made the very good decision that I wanted to level a human hunter in preparation just so I can use the title that's going to get added next patch. Finished at like 7 a.m. Oh, that is a decision. What's the title? Pray tell. New title next patch. Necessitates human hunter. Everybody. Zul'Aman, zul'awoman, Zul your aunt, Zul your uncle. Zul'ame! Let's get this Zul'Aman mount, man. Oh, that's good. If I don't get it today, I'll use that tomorrow. Heading... yeah, this way. Good. We'll go see if any of the rares are up. Have a little look at it. Yeah. Now I'm questioning if we can get the mount to drop without using the title. The stream title's all amount, but there's always another day. And also, it might drop today. It might drop today and usher us into a new era of prosperity and pangolinness and doing other things on stream. The snake. So I made a hunter called Solid in reference to Metal Gear Solid. Gotcha. Gotcha. The snake. Blank the snake. I wonder who I would use for that. It's a kind of cool title. Always a good reason to level an alt. Let's go have a look at the first rare. After this we get to Fish and Voidstorm. Yeah, something like that. Although that one, if patch 12.1 comes out, I'm probably going to want to do some patch stuff. The only reason I wouldn't when the new patch comes out in a couple weeks here is if I'm still doing this. I'm committing to doing this until it drops, regardless of what happens around me. But once I get this one, if there's new stuff, then we can take a look at it. Because there's going to be a new zone, and I'm probably going to want to do some amount of it for reasons. Jake the snake. Morning. Good morning. How are you? Happy. I have to check every time now. It is Thursday. It is July the 30th. Tomorrow is the final day of July. I'm not really cool with it being over halfway through the year now. I don't really agree with that. Doing a lot of Zul'Aman rares in solidarity the last few days. Have seen nothing. They're being real stingy. Hey, hey, hi, cat. Two. Or is it cat squared? Alright, we found a rare. What if it's the first rare of the day? How delightful would that be? Good, and you? I'm good. I'm waking up still. I will probably be much sparkier in about an hour. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Not cool with the new season soon. I bet I will enjoy it once it's upon us. For right now, though, I'm just kind of enjoying Palworld. I'm not even playing as much as my friends. Every time I log on, they're up like 30 levels, and they're talking about Zipzorps and Doodly Boops. And I'm just over here trying to get another level so I can get my first flying mount online. Need a human rogue named Sinbreaker because the name was available in my realm just so that I could kill Mythic Denathrius and to become Sinbreaker. Wish we could customize titles so I could actually have it be Solid Snake, but that's probably as good as it's gonna get. Solid the Snake with his two snake pets, Liquid and Solidus. You're right, I don't know Solid Snake, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I do appreciate that with somebody that reference is hidden. Never gonna get my last 3 bats. In all my years of being a subscriber, I don't think I've ever caught you live. I only just in the last week or two started dual streaming onto YouTube as well as Twitch. It had been years and years since I'd streamed on Twitch, or on YouTube rather, before this, so that might be part of it. I love that you drowned one of your mounts. Rip Maple. Although, rip Syrup, honestly, because we've restarted that server where she lived too. I've learned that with Palworld on a group server, you can't really get too attached to anything because you never know how long. You're there for a good time, not a long time. Customizable titles would be cool. I don't think they're gonna do it, though. I don't believe. 1 mount, please. check on Mr. Well, yeah, we'll go check on Mr. Merlot. Any housing items you're looking forward to with the patch? Mostly just being able to place pets, the pet bed, and having pets in my house. I want to put my kitties. I feel like the house will feel much more like a home with kitties in it. That's the thing that makes it feel like home to me. Nice puppy. Tuna and Tiki. And a Miss Kira, of course. My bro is a Twitch streamer. I don't have the patience to do lives, plus team meetings all day kind of ruins the fun. Yeah. It is its own thing. Defeated the last boss and now free of Pal World was crazy how it took over my life. I just keep starting over again just because of circumstances. But every time I start over, I'm a little bit more organized because I kind of know where I'm going a little bit better. I feel like I'm using my space in my first base much better this time. Oh, hi, Moose. Good morning, buddy. Hi. How are you? You want to say hi? You want to come over here? Hi. How are you? How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Moose? Oh, big belly rubs. Speaking of drowning, what's happening? Oh, I can walk on water. I must have the mount equipment on. Hi, buddy. It's not very often he comes over to me farming attention, and I feel like I have to give it to him. I make, is it Donald Duck or Daffy Duck noises whenever I'm, like, really getting into scritching and petting Moose, or if he's doing his Moosey Noodle? I don't know which duck it is. It's one of the cartoon duck noises. Sounds vaguely like dental equipment. Hi. Yeah, you gonna go lay down? Blessed us with tail wag. Surely the luck shall now be with us. Yeah, Satisfactory Palworld with the Pokemon. I also love Satisfactory. I wish it was a little. The thing I like about Palworld is that it's got some. It's cute. Satisfactory is many things. It's not that cute. I guess some of the creatures are cute-ish. And you can paint your stuff to make it less orange, but... Generic non-copyright infringerino the duck. I like the aspect of Palworld of finding or breeding or otherwise devising really good pals to run your facilities in your base. Like when you get like a guy that's got like a really high rank at kindling or something, and then he's also got artisan. It's just like such a good feeling being, because you by that point you've spent so long like waiting ages for ingots to process and berries to bake or whatever. So when you finally get dudes that are really efficient at it, it's really satisfying. One mount, please. No. Dropping most of my acorns into optimism. Come on, Pango. We got all day. And by that, I mean 3 hours. Hi. Hi. How you doing? The other thing that Palworld has over Satisfactory is Palworld is third person. Satisfactory is very much a first person game. Hi, what are you doing, Tiki? And I love it and I can play it, but I occasionally have to deal with a bit of motion sickness depending on what I'm doing. Hi, do you want up? Would you like to come visit? Hi. We're fighting a rare, but we're on our main, so we can probably deal. Hi, Tiki. How you doing? I'm sorry I tripped on you. Oh, he's gone. I tripped on him earlier today. I don't think that's why he left, but... I do still play Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I haven't run a whole lot in the last couple of days since I've been really playing more Palworld. But I got 7k this season, which I wasn't expecting because I wasn't making very good choices. Very terrible choices. Good coffee. Oh, Moose, you leaving? You go look for your kitty? I like it when there's a lot of stuff going on affix-wise in Hearthstone BGs, but I feel like right now it's maybe a few too many. It's a little too much when you get games that are like 4 trinkets and there's a time warp and then they're fun, but like sometimes it's a lot. Also, I am not using my brain when I'm playing, so sometimes I don't even pay attention to what's going on. And then I buy the first minion and discover that we have doubleheader. Or like I'll just kind of forget because I'm usually multitasking it. Rare opportunity to use Acorn, so I went big. A big bet on not lucky. Oh, still mad they ruined Feral Druid PvP. I think it was after Cataclysm, the Bear Cat talent split. That is a long time to stay mad. I'm a little impressed. That was a long time ago. Cataclysm was like 17 years ago. Ish. Give or take. Let's see if this guy's up. From what you were saying, I think I fully misunderstood what Palworld is about. If you haven't played it, it's easy to kind of assume things about it. It's... At its core, it's a survival craft game. It's not that dissimilar to Valheim. The Pal mechanic is definitely a big one. And you can use them for combat, but you can also assign them to your base and have them help you craft stuff and, like, generate materials for you. Like, there's a little bit of factory automation in there, too. A little bit. Palworld is cute art. I've never played Ark, but I have heard a lot of people make that comparison. It's probably pretty spot on. I don't know about that, Hazel. I'm mad about Feral Druid since Legion, since they got rid of Claws of Shavala. Let's not start putting time frames to expansions. Feel old enough already. Ark is awesome because dinos. I think I have it, and I tried to play it one time, and me and Flabby logged in. We found like a server we could play on because we didn't know how to set up a server. So we like logged into like a public server, and we were just kind of running around, and everything was high level, and everything was already done, and there was like massive... Like, I was trying to do the tutorial, but there were like massive established bases from like other actual people that I guess played on this public server. And then we kind of gave up and left it alone forever. That was the end of the story. I'd say maybe one day I'd go back to it, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. No achievement associated with mounts that I'm working on. I have long since gotten the highest mount collecting meta. It's only for like 500 mounts or something, and I think I have 1,100 and change. Is there a 600 mount? There might be a 600 one. There certainly isn't an 1,100 one. 600. 700? Can we get more different answers? Server joining kind of a nightmare, especially cross-platform. Yeah. Purple Owl. That's right. Playing Ark right now. Playing it in single-player mode is the only way to go. Also, good morning. But then I can't have Flabby. Good morning. I'd play Ark more if the install size wasn't one entire hard drive, please. Right? Also, Hazel, someone in my raid yesterday was asking if double question mark Neleus was harder than Kaiveza. And then, I'm going the wrong way. Someone in chat said that's like comparing strawberry cake to... Oh my god! Something that is not strawberry cake. Yeah, no. Neleus' hard mode Neleus doesn't deserve the second question mark. No one's that confused. Single player mode means hosting your own world on your PC. But if it's single player, then I can't play with Flabby. I don't want to play games by myself. I mean, sometimes I do, but most of the time, if you can play with Flabby, it's pretty fun. And he's always doing something. Alright. I don't even have Power Fusion up yet. Yet again. Did it on a healer. Yeah. I ran it on Shadow Priest in, like, not very good gear without any research. And killed it just fine, and I was very confused by that whole experience. Killed the Mythic Dimensius yesterday? I don't know what those Race to World first raiders struggled with. We killed it, like, first try. Yeah, it's the same. Oh, one of you... Oh, so you can have someone join. Oh, okay. I'll keep it in mind. Nice stream title, thank you. They're getting a little bit more fried as time goes on. It's also the zul'awoman joke is fully lifted out of my Twitch chat. I'm gonna try and take this rare. We're in war mode. It's a harsh world. Man, they're gonna kill it too. You can't kill Disc Priest for anything. I wanted to tag it. I will. Fair play. I don't think war mode is making me a better person. I don't want to be a downer, but they don't seem scared. No, it does seem to be the WoW World PvP equivalent of punching a pillow to vent your anger. Nothing much really happens. Having war mode on does not increase the drop rate at all. It just, you're in a shard. You're sharded from non-war mode people, so you might have an easier time finding rares up. If you're flying laps of the zone and you're not finding any rares spawned, it might be worth trying it in war mode to see if you find more rares. I think the Pango is corrupting your soul. Tags are not universal in war mode. They're faction locked in war mode. Good morning, Hazel. Loved your boss guides for years. Thank you for all your work. Thanks, Covenant. Stay tuned for Venomous Abyss if you're planning to raid it. I am doing Venomous Abyss guides. I'm working on them right now. As a dedicated vanilla world PvPer can confirm, was a worse person by far. Oh, when we get to titles like, fine, I don't even want them out. We'll have to convince Hazel to go fishing instead. You guys can't break me. The Zul'Aman can't break me. You guys can't break me. I will farm this mountain till it drops. I don't know many things. I don't have many talents. That's my one thing. It's not giving up on a mount farm like this once I really dug my heels in. That's all I got. So that was the one I missed to the Disc Priest. This one's not up. Call it good, get another character. He's about to start the 5th war if Horde keeps tagging. Remember my first real experience with war mode was with my first main. Questing in Blade's Edge Mountain, 2 people kept killing me over and over. Arendar will not break me either. You have at least a standard amount of talents for a level 90. Yeah. Hi Hazel and everyone. Hello Krazan, how you doing? Come on, Crawdad. Oh, I love the way he cracks his neck. That was kind of cool. Pulling out this Alta Farm rares and he's like, oh yeah. Oh, it worked. Oh, it's too early for this. My uncle works at Blizzard. He said you'll get them out in the next rare. I mean, if true, sounds like your uncle's about to be out of a job. Grandma tried doing the same thing Crawdad did. Didn't end well. I think at a certain age we have to start being gentle with our necks. I didn't realize I was there yet, but apparently. Hazel just came to say that I got the mount you're farming now. Congrats! It was a random drop from the only rare I killed while doing my daily skinning rare routine. Hope you get some luck too. Thank you very much. Congrats on your new mount. Not at all jealous, not even a little bit. Very fun memories of Vanilla Tauren Mill versus South Shore PvP server. Days and days of gaining and losing ground. So much fun! Never want to do it again. Yeah, some things are so fun that we just want to leave them in the past. You gotta up your pally. It was running 17s 2 months ago. Pally's one of the characters that was doing this. Nope. I've always been terrified of cracking my neck, afraid I'll somehow snap it. Yeah, I stretch it. I don't thunk it much. Usually. Are you ever cuddling with someone and you kind of have your head like on their shoulder and you can hear the fluid in their joint? Does that ever freak anyone out or is that just me? GM John Plusser. Oh. Do you think they would let... You know how GMs get to pick their GM name? I don't think they'd let them do that. It would be very funny though. I would listen to GM John Blizzard. That's not right. I just interrupted nothing. I know what I would need to do, actually. Do you think there must be a stable master at the Amanizar village? I need to switch one of my pets to ferocity and take the PvP talent that lets me like lust every 2 or 3 minutes. It would be super nice for this rare farm. I was doing it on a different hunter. And if we're gonna be out here, we may as well get set up properly for it. I was not a guild master in 2005. I didn't even start playing WoW until 2009. I also avoid leadership like the plague. I am not leadership material. Choose GM 50 DKP minus. See if I can track a stable master. I would tame another pet, but yeah. There's gotta be one here somewhere. Townsfolk, stable master. We are tracking it. Yeah, there it is. There she is. Okay. So, show me my pets. Let's just make this a really ferocious moose. Sure. Yeah. Done. I have like no pets. And then we've got him out with us. Yeah, there he is. And then I just want to make sure I have the bestial there's one of these talents gives you, I'm gonna have to read. Yeah, Primal Rage. I think it's a smaller buff, but doesn't apply sated, so that's a pretty big deal. Okay. I prefer to command the leader row boat. Today is my dad joke day. If you've ever seen a moose and not your dog variety, pretty ferocious. Yeah, I'm lucky we don't have them here. The scariest thing we have is elk in the ungulate territory. Alright, so we have them go in. I do need to put, oh no, there it is. That's the button. That's the one. Sorted it out. The more I level, the less favorable the scaling gets. Very slowly, but very surely. Just sting 90, what do I do now? Is it your first 90? Or is it an alt, I guess is the first question. Yes, it's your first 90. I would start with, if it was me, I would start with weeklies and maybe just have like a quick scan of the world quest map to see if there's any nice gear upgrades, just to kind of get started with like really fast gear pieces. Other people might tell you the auction house. Normally on a really fresh character, I'm just trying to get enough gear for prey and prey and delves is where I'm kind of setting up for. And you can start like normal prey and lower level delves right away, and you'll get lots of gear from doing that. But you'll get a couple pieces from doing like just weeklies. Oh, there's catch-up gear now though, isn't there? It's confusing. Congrats in the 90, yeah. Main story quest gives a nice full set. Congrats, you beat the game, log off. 10 straight void rare kills before I had to camp. Nice. Took me ages, been in housing. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're having fun, you've officially accomplished it. Yeah, not heroic mode Nagtel and Vol. That's not gonna make anybody happy. Oh wait. There's some nice gear pieces off of the 4 main zone reps, but you're not going to have those up in a huge hurry if it's your first time, so I wouldn't stress about them too much. Void Assault's a good place to farm as a fresh 90, champion, crest, gear, field accolades. Yeah. Full quest line in Valor Nagtal, you'll have enough currency for a full set of champion gear. There you go, like normal Valor Nagtal, right? Good. Good, good, good. Sorry it's so confusing. I wish that we had more, like, concise things. I mean, Chad had some more concise things to say than I did. It's a lot of ways you can go. You'll get gear pretty much wherever. Don't worry about trying to do it perfectly. Let's go see if Spine Frill's up. Yes, look at that. How many kills? Not enough. I haven't been tracking, so I don't have a count. I could probably count streams to approximate hours. Uh-oh. Spinefrill has murdered my moose. It's been a couple weeks. I wish I didn't have a count. The only reason I wish I did have a count is so I could tell people when they ask. I feel like a massive bummer just being like, I don't know. If it was just for me, I wouldn't know. You know, you've killed a lot. It is starting to feel like a lot. I'm starting to feel like maybe we've almost earned it. Not that it's gonna drop soon, but that I will feel like I was worthy when it drops. Yeah, I could just start inventing a number, it's true. What are people gonna do, just go on the internet and lie? Actually, what if that's how I get a real number? Because I've done all this farming on stream, so what if I say some outrageous number, and then somebody gets so angry that they go back through every stream VOD and count, and then they give me a number, and then I'm like, thank you. The fastest way to get an answer on the internet is not to ask a question, it's to provide the wrong answer. That's one of the golden rules. Mm. Unfortunately, I don't wish anybody to watch these many streams over again, knowing that the mount isn't going to drop yet. I feel like it's fun to hang out here live, because the mount could drop at any moment, you don't know. But going back to watch stream 1 of like 14 when you know it's going to be like 60 or more hours or whatever. Yeah. Knowing me, we'll rewatch him. Owie. Free sleep content. Still enjoying nice camera from yesterday. You scared me for a moment. I looked at that and I'm like, wait, did I flash the camera? I don't think so. What did I wear yesterday? Someone would tell me if I broke TOS, right? Oh man. Kind of thing you'd think you'd remember. Good old days, people are wrong, no one corrected them. The horror? No, that was nice. Probably Twitch in an email, right? It would take a really catastrophic wardrobe malfunction, I think. Maybe this one will drop it. Wouldn't that be something? I have to use my defensives. I'm in danger. I'm in trouble. Okay, we gotta exil back up. That'll help a little bit. Close only tornado strikes Canada, right? whipping away exclusively oversized, vaguely nature-themed t-shirts. What's the most fun raid boss in the game ever? Most fun raid boss. I think it depends on, like, your class. I'm sure some would come to mind that would be, like, kind of gimmicky and therefore fun. I always found the fun ones were just straightforward raid bosses that were just set up in a way that allowed whatever I was playing at the time to parse. Sludge Fist comes to mind. I loved Heroic Sludge Fist in Castle Nathria because I was playing a Holy Priest and I could get 2 salvos off on that fight and I could absolutely smoke on the healing meters. And that's just kind of a primal satisfaction. You don't play healer so you can parse, but when you do parse as a healer, it does feel good. Do you use redirect? No, not really. It's probably... No, I guess it's not on my bar. Where did my moose go? Where is he? Oh, he's dead. Misdirection. Yeah, I figured. This isn't that serious. The fight in Undermine where you fight the sentient slot machine. That was a cool one. That was a cool fight. I liked the garbage ball thing. Am I the only one that liked the garbage ball thing? Yeah, I love that whole raid. I would have loved that raid if it wasn't so tilting trying to get from place to place. Getting hit by traffic, trying to drive to the next raid boss. Mortifying. And I, like, just couldn't not get hit. I was so bad at that. I would, like, clear heroic raid bosses and die to Frogger. It was terrible. What was the name of the slot machine boss? It was, let me see. War Within, Undermine. It was called One-Armed Bandit. That's the slot machine boss. Like the garbage ball fight. Wish I got chosen more. Hated the mechanic because I played melee and I'd always get picked just as I used meta. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I eventually started waiting to use my cooldowns until after it had picked target within my cooldown window. Just in case, because that was stressing me out. The fact that Galliwix lives, gets out of his mech, and then it falls on him and he dies will never stop being hilarious to me. Can you believe? What can I believe? Only 5 months left. No. No, I'm not happy about it. I'm gonna need everything to wait for me. I need a minute. Give me 10. Still miss getting turned into a monster during the Kermagus fight and getting to kill half the raid. I've had a delightful open shard on this character. I just learned that when I turtle as Hunter, if I hit the button again, it pops a shell allowing me to DPS again. A lot of those defensives that will do that. Ice block. Things that make you, why can't I think of a better word than impotent? Things that make you terrible in bed, you can usually remove with another press of the button. What mount are you most proud of having? Soaring Spell Tome is up there. That was pretty challenging when I did it. And it's a cool mount. Pacified, yeah. Pacified is much better than impotent. That's a better word. Wish I had Soaring Spell Tome. I think you can still get it, and I think it's easier than it used to be. Not 1,000%. Current season 3400 mount. I'm proud of that too. That was some hard work. That was a bit of a stretch. Got that done with my friends. Good memories, good times. You can, and it is. Good. Have to do it during Legion time walking. With Mugsy, there was an enrage mechanic on LFR. And I had the fabulous DBM Hazel voice back, and it was just you saying, "That's bad." Like, really, really, really bad, and then Muggsy just spun around and killed everyone. Didn't used to, right? Remember, cancel macros never bothered to implement. Yeah. Sometimes I still keep a cancel macro around. I've had to start using one for angel form. Because whenever I try and click off angel form from my bar, a buff always times out, and then I click the wrong thing, and then I remove, like, my flask. I'm sure all of us holy priests have been there at some point before, accidentally clicking off, like, your expensive flask because you were trying to remove angel form early without a macro. We usually get Keystone Master every season, yeah. As long as my friends want to do it with me, then I'm there. I don't think I would pug it, necessarily. Maybe? I like running keys, but I like hanging out with my friends more. And I don't think I would like running keys with other people. It's fun with my friends because we all kind of know each other, and we all know that we're, like, good players, so if anybody does mess up, it's not like a, oh gosh, what are we going to do with this guy kind of thing. It's just like an oops, you know, happens. Not a big deal. No one's doubting no one's doubting you. I've been pugging it and will say only picking relaxed keys has been very helpful. I'm at 2.6, trying to decide if I want to bump it up the last few weeks of the season with pugs. 3k I feel like would be very achievable if you're already at 2.6. Tried for a bit to pug to 34 as a Nest Priest and stopped trying to do that quickly. Cats are knocking stuff down in there. Didn't know you can click on those buttons again to dismiss it. I was doing it by finding it on my buffs. I used to have like a macro for it, but yeah, it works by default now for most of them, I think. Yeah, Flabby's on the Keystone team for sure. It is it happens, but it's unusual for me and Flabby to run keys separately. We're usually on the same group. Wow, I have a lot of junk in my bags. I mean, look at that. Later me problem. Even the most anxious among us could easily get the title. Yeah, maybe relaxed keys is the move, because, like, I don't understand being uptight about someone's performance in a key once you're in it, because you're already in it. You can't replace them. You can't do anything about it. At the very least, just be nice until the end of the key. Like, what are you gonna do, right? I don't get making everyone uncomfortable by making a big stink about it. What's the name of your favorite IRL ability? What's its cooldown timer? What are we saying? Bedtime? 18 hours? Go to sleep? It's a good IRL ability. Oh. It's like a free self-regenerate. Need the Climate Strange achieved for the last mini meta achieve in Nagtal and Vol. Waiting for ages for another storm. Do I need to clear the existing bonus objectives? No. Shouldn't. Someone was pulling everything yesterday in a normal dungeon, so we did have to kick them, and then someone else types, that was my mom! Oh dear. Okay. Not their mom. She was just being thorough. Tell your mom to stop chain pulling. Another IRL ability that's a pretty good one is my summon pet. But mine uses a consumable reagent. You have to have beef treats, otherwise it doesn't work. Passive cat tad morale buff count as an ability? I think so. We are tidying this dungeon. Classic pet food mechanic, right? Speaking of pet things, I got... What did they do? What? Alright, 1 second. What did you guys do? This guy's in jail. We have a container where we keep their kibble, and it's like a locking container. And they, both working together, managed to knock it over, dislodge the lid, spill kibble on the floor so they could start eating before their mealtime. Are you guys that hungry? I fed you breakfast like an hour ago! They broke it? That was an expensive one! Well, apparently it's not cat-proof, so... Alright, thanks, honey. Sorry about that. We'll figure something else out. That's funny. They really want to be around kitties. Trying to bulk up. Oh, man. If I replace that, I'm gonna have to keep it somewhere where they can't get to it. The trouble is they're smarter than they look. And they look pretty smart. Proud mom moment, they work together. Cat-proof, like child-proof, really a misnomer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Shrews and Marmots. That's really sad. Falfing is very calorie intensive. They do need a lot of food to grow, and they are growing real fast. What did the cats do? They managed to knock over their kibble container, bust the lid off, spill it so they could start eating it, and they also broke the container. I go over there and like 2 calendar seconds after they had knocked it over, Tuna is like face first in the pile of kibble, just going ow, 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 just like eating down it like a cartoon. Their greed really knows no bounds. I just fed them. They each had an entire can of food, plus a little water, plus probiotics, literally right before I started the stream. I mushed it up all nice. They had breakfast. I feed them, I promise. Oh, man. Anyway, I was about to tell a cat story right before they did that. I got them a fountain. Tuna has been trying to drink out of the aquarium filters, which is not a good idea. And I figured maybe he really wanted running water. So I went online and I ordered them a cat fountain, a stainless steel cat fountain, to see if they liked it. Kira never used to care for them, but she's not the only cat. I figured I would see if there were some other opinions. And I set it up for them just last night, and it was like I dropped an alien artifact into their midst. Both cats were just, like, entranced by this thing, just enamored. They're growing boys. Doing laps around it, investigating it, tapping it with their little feet. I think they were drinking out of it. I think they do like it. They were taking their sweet time investigating it, though. Never had a food-driven pet before. Feel like I'm missing out on the whole experience. Man. It's crazy what they get up to when they're really motivated sometimes. When I tried to fountain with my cat, she just played in it, pawing the water all over the kitchen floor. I think I'm gonna need to lay like a silicone mat underneath it to help catch some of the water, because they're definitely making a mess. Placed our cat's water dish with a motion-activated fountain. Oh. Hello. What do you have to say for yourself? Why do you do it? Live interview with one of the perpetrators on the lam. Well, what do you have to say? What do you have to say? He says purr. Mine dips her paws in the water all the time, and it's not even running water. Bought a steel fountain, too. Took a day or two for them not to get scared. Definitely better than normal, always running plastic one I had before. Plead not guilty, Your Honor. Can I have a hug? He's so soft. He purrs. You gonna bite my nose? He did it yesterday. He did it, like, on cue. He's pretty silky. You gonna sit on my desk? You can't have my coffee. I had my coffee. There's a straw in it still, which makes it kind of tempting for him. He likes batting around the straws. Am I gonna? I'm gonna just put it in this thing. Hold on. We're waiting for the rare to spawn anyway. Alright. Kitty's obsessed with straws, his favorite toy. I usually use a metal straw in a hot drink, and I have to be careful with the cats because they really like them. Oh, he needs his morning coffee. Oh. They have gotten big. They're still working on it too. Tuna's got some. They both have some catching up to do. Alright, we found her where. One mount, please. This guy always does that to me. Cats are normal about the current fountain, but for some reason, one of my cats like to take the last fountain by surprise. Very dramatic. If you don't sneak up on it, you never know what it's going to do. We've embraced the chaos. Oh, plastic straws. Yeah. How are we doing? This way. You know what? I'm looking at the fountain now. It looks decently dry around it. I don't know if that means they're not using it or if it means that they're just drinking out of it nicely. Cat's favorite is the inner tube of paper towel rolls. I tried. Somebody told me to carve those up and try to roll them around for the cats. These guys really like springs. They love plastic spring toys. The crinkle balls are pretty popular too. Oh, there they go. They're rumbling this morning. Cat is a plastic wrapper addict. Anything that makes like the crinkling sounds. These guys hunt bugs too. If there's like a fly inside, Tiki in particular is not only on top of it, but he's actually quite good at getting them. Pretty proud of him. Are you doing a world quest or are you waiting? Well, I'm not gonna hang out here. Have you ever tried Silvervine? I have one toy that they have that's like a Silvervine thing. They don't seem to really care, but it was part of a very cheap pack of toys, so it's possible it doesn't have a lot of potency. They like catnip. They both like catnip. Get a lot of those bugs that roll that come in our back door and my cats kill them. Meals are kind of light in that prison. He needs his protein. And the Silvervine is a little wooden stick with like the rope thing that wrapped around it. And like the little straw. I don't know which part of it is the Silvervine. One of them. Took it apart. Yeah, I think so. Oh no. Watch out for that tree. Okay. Lucky they can actually hunt. Don't just knock stuff over chasing bugs all over the house with no success. Sometimes in the evening we'll play with them with like this big sort of bouncing wand toy thing to get them tired, and they really get tired hunting this like fake bird. And it feels like we're training them for war. It feels like they're doing like Navy SEAL workouts, training for combat. Hi Hazel in chat. Hi Red Shamrock. Thank you very much for the 49-month resub. Appreciate it. Give them straight sticks of Silvervine. They're good for 20 minutes. Hazel, hi financial advisor Zell. Should I get a house? I'm looking at all the info I can give. Yes. Yes, you should. Combat kitties. Hi, Tuna. Are you proud of yourself? is funny. Where is my mount? Thanks. Remember when people used to get their like Super Bowl betting info from me by asking me who was gonna win the Super Bowl? Title of video more effective than carrot on stick. I'm just trying to get a mount. Nope. Okie dokie. Next rare. We're getting pretty good. We're at a pretty good pace today. We're already on the 3rd character. And it's only been an hour. That's decent. If we get through 9 today, that would be awesome. That would be almost 100 rares. Morning, y'all. Good morning. How you doing? How are you today, Ellie? I vendor the blues. It's not worth to DE them. They vendor for like 20 to 40 gold each, and the shards are worth like 5. No fishy. Hazel, I think I know why the mount is not dropping. Oh, enlighten me. You just get the mount and be done, right? Just get the mount. You just, you know, you just need to get the mount. Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get them out. It's not because you're unlucky or they hate you. I don't think they hate me. Have you tried getting gooder? I should get so gooda. Maybe we just need more cheese. I am slowly starting to make gold just from vendoring all of this garbage. This character didn't have 100k before. It's because they read my literary connection on 50 Shades of Grey and the Very Hungry Caterpillar. One mount, please. Since I'm here, I'll take a moment to thank you for your short guides on bosses. I've been using them since returning in Dragonflight. Thanks. Thanks, Jeeper. I'm glad they're working for you. I got more coming. I got more coming for Venomous Abyss. What you meowing about? Yes? I've got 2 kittens waging war. Shocked them at so much that right now I am... Hang on. It shocked them so much at how right I am that the Pango escaped. That wasn't a meow, that was a meep. He's a meeper for sure. That's Tiki that does that. Tuna goes, eh! Although this morning he did one that was almost like a meow. It was still a pterodactyl yell, but it was shaped like a meow. He's working his way up to it. Excited for the new patch, excited for college, taking my PC with me, but won't have time to commit to raiding for a while, which I'll miss. Yeah, it's... You're gonna be so busy having fun though. And like working hard, but... 2 more. I'll go swing by Murloc and the turtle one more time, and if they're not up, then I'll just do another character. Guys, under my desk is not a good place for chaos. Short to the point, don't give him mind time to wander around. Yeah, I don't think those videos need to be a moment longer than they need to be. Try and just get the good stuff and get out. Cersei, thank you for the 24-month resub. Appreciate it. Hi, guys. They can't unplug anything, but if they're really rambunctious, they can still freeze my camera. That just needs a good cable wiggle. Nothing? Alright. Next alt. Oh, let's see. Could leave it over in the rested area here. I was thinking this time around, instead of dropping them like one per day leading up to the raid, I might just dump them all at once. See what that does for them. If they end up getting recommended more or less or whatever, as long as it's like before the raid comes out. Hi. You come see me in like an hour when you're ready for a nap. You are not. You are still crazy. Alright, it's Paladin time. It's Paladin o'clock. Maybe she's gonna get them out. One of my kittens hung on the mouse cable. Wiped the raid. Nice. My kittens DC'd me from a raid once, but I was luckily just DPSing and it was farm, so we didn't wipe. They stepped on my power button. Tuna stepped on the power button to my PC and took it completely offline. Citizen Quinn, thank you very much for the 26-month free sub. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, one down, please. We're in our pangolin cosplay. I could have done this in the rest of my characters. Nope, not that time. Check this one more time. Should pick out a different map for her. I like how the Enrage is called in Myrtle. I also appreciate the paladin wings coming out of the pangolin's armpits. Doing this really gives you time to think. Armpits of justice. I'm trying to load another topic to discuss. The little wheel is spinning, but things aren't bubbling to the surface. I had the strangest dream. And this is how you know I'm out of stuff to talk about. I had the strangest dream that was I was finally graduating from high school at my current age, which is 33. And in order to do it, or maybe I had already done it, but they were just making me do this anyway. They wanted me to write 4 letters to 4 different school trustees, despite the fact that I did not know what a school trustee is. They appeared to be old retired professors, but I wasn't real clear because I think Awake Me doesn't know what that word means. And I needed to pick 4 to write letters to and then write them letters. They didn't have to be long letters, but they did have to be 1-page letters. I had to do it on paper and pen, on paper with a pen, so that I couldn't cheat with AI, which is funny because I would never do that. And also, it wasn't a thing when I was in school, but it had to be on paper, so I wasn't even allowed to type it, just because they were worried that you might cheat. And in the dream, I just kept ripping up letters and starting over and not knowing what to say and being like, well, I don't know these people. I don't know what they want from me. I don't know what they want to hear. And just this concept of this super vague task that I did not know how to approach, and the blank page was just ruining my life. And I couldn't leave the school until I had done it. And it was just 11 o'clock. It was 12 o'clock. It was 1 a.m. And I just keep crumpling up letters because I don't know what to write to these trustees. I did graduate from high school, but I still to this day have anxiety dreams about not doing it. At the time that I graduated, I had to kind of scramble a little bit last minute to get my credits together to graduate on time because I had missed a bunch of school for medical reasons. And I was able to kind of get caught up and like crunch a little bit, but it was a little bit of a last minute scramble to get my courses done and my credits together. And apparently that haunts me to this day. And then I'll have dreams about like still being in high school and not being graduated and then wondering, well, I'm in my 30s and I have this fairly successful like content career. Perhaps I should just do that. Still have dreams that I have to go back to high school even after getting my bachelor's. Until I got my college degree, still had high school nightmares. Usually the focus of the dream is that I can't decide if I should stick it out and finish school or if I should just walk away, never graduate, and focus on like YouTube. And then the other night, like, not this school trustee letter dream, but before that, I had one where I had finally done it. I had graduated, and I was gonna then stop going to school and focus on YouTube. And I remember having this incredible sense of relief that I had graduated. Which is funny, because every time I have one of these dreams, I wake up and I'm like, I did, though. I did. Not that anybody's asked for it, but I do have a diploma. Theoretically, somewhere. I feel lucky the degree helped the nightmares. Be in a high school class being like, why am I here? I think it also doesn't help me that I did go to university, but I only did one semester and I dropped out. And before I dropped out, I was having that like horrible, like falling behind, late on my assignments, you know, not making it into class kind of like downward spiral. And I think that really did a number on me too. These epic pieces of gear, man. I did not start content creation after high school. No, I went and worked. So I did my one semester of university. Failed out of that, moved home, did retail for a year or two, and then I moved to the States and wasn't able to work because I didn't have a work permit for like years, and that's when I started YouTube. It wasn't long after high school though. I graduated in 2010 and I started YouTube in 2013. It wasn't that long after. I only did a couple years of sales. Several times even in a row. The graduating thing for sure. I get that dream over and over and over again. I also get recurrent dreams about buying, especially when I was house hunting. I would get recurrent dreams about buying my childhood home, the one that I spent the most time in, like purchasing that specific property and then moving back into it and trying to maintain it on my own. Retail work changes you. I think everyone should have to do it for a few months. It's one of those things. I was always Canadian, so I was born here on Vancouver Island. I moved to the States when I was 21, and I stayed there until I was like 27, 28, 29-ish. It was about 7 years. Hello, Hazel. Hope you, our resident zul'awoman, are doing good today. Let's hope the pangolin drops. We are free from troll land forever. Hope you managed to fulfill that dream. Oh, but I bought it. I don't want to buy the childhood house. It would be a terrible house for me now. It's on a big property that I could never maintain. Not a big property, but too big of a property for me to maintain. It's not in a community that it would be a good place for me to live. I found the perfect house for me and I bought it. But it is funny that I still occasionally have that dream about buying the house I grew up in. Prove you're Canadian. Tell me about the Degrassi lore. You know, I never saw an episode of Degrassi, but I do know that Drake was on it. And that's it. That's all I know. Wish I'd moved from New Zealand to Australia for a few years. I could have saved myself kind of a lot of money if I hadn't gone in the first place, but life shakes out the way that it shakes out. You can't go through life regretting stuff. Who's Drake, right? That's like tiny vermin heading north. Yeah, all's well that ends well, right? I still don't know what a school trustee is. I was wake up and Google it this morning so I could tell Dream Me who I was trying to write a letter to. I remember the little profiles that I had of the different people that I could write these letters to. They had like little facts, like this lady likes succulent plants, and this lady has dogs, and this gentleman likes jazz or whatever. And I was trying to find trustees that I had things in common with, because I figured maybe they would want to hear about... Like, I was trying to... You're supposed to write about yourself, but I was trying to find things that they would find relevant. It was so weird. They're like the board of directors for the school. They're pretty high up. Where do they come from? What do they do? Why do we trust them? I don't know anything about school admin hierarchy. It sounds scary. Do they get personal letters from graduating students? Oh dear. Let's go check for the North Rares. Oh, I am on the North Rares. Tiki, if you could not unplug the shrimp tank. Remember, I tried to get several phone numbers from people in dreams so I can call them when I wake up? How ridiculous. Don't think they demand them. It's something about having some task that's expected of you and then having to decide whether or not you actually need to do it. Or if you should just do it because it's expected. I think that's probably where that anxiety comes from. I don't know what people are expecting of me that's optional. I don't know where that's coming from necessarily, but... just a weird one about whether you should stay and finish something just for the sake of it, or if you should just move on and start something new. Maybe this one will drop my mount. I was really sick in hospital for a few months, senior year of high school. Before that was the pandemic. Oh. Sometimes I wish my experience was better then, but now I feel like I'm exactly where I need to be. Even if the early 20s still aren't easy. Yeah. Sorry. I had dreams that I forgot a baby, didn't feed it, and it was dirty. I'm childless. I also have those every now and then. Or like I'll have a dream that I had a baby and then I like forgot about my baby and then I realized like 20 years later that my mom still has the baby and that I have relinquished my right to a place in my baby's life on account of having forgotten that it existed. Why the baby dreams, right? I don't know. Maybe that one just comes with the hardware. Tiki, put this in my slipper. There you go. Alright, let's see. I don't get the hardware, but the software, I get him too. Maybe it comes with the software? Is there someone else here? Am I doing more damage than I think I am? Wow. Nothing? Nope. It's the power of the pangolin. The damage comes from this shape. Oh, look at that! It's a button that would have taken poisons off of me. Imagine that. 8 years of working a 9-to-5 job, still have dreams about being late for a food service shift I haven't worked at in almost a decade. Yeah. I still have dreams about having to go pick up a shift at the store that I used to work at. Or like having to go take that job back and start all over again. Because I did take it back for a while. Because I moved to the States and then I had to come back for a while and then I moved back. And during the brief time that I was back, I was able to pick my job back up. Like I had quit my job the first time, but when I came back, I was able to get it again for a few months because my manager liked me. And that apparently coded into my brain this fear that you never know when you're going to go back and have to start working there again. Their store not even there anymore. They went out of business. It doesn't exist. It's gone. What else other than the family could give you such psychological damage? Dreams of my old fast food job all the time, but every time I do, the menu is different and not at all what was actually on the menu. Maybe I just need to get more life experiences so that my dream software has more data to pull from. I just don't have enough assets. I don't have enough experiences for it to remix, so it's just doing the same 4 of them over and over again. This one's not up, so I guess I shouldn't wait for it. Have you tried skydiving? I have not. That does sound like it would give me some delightful new nightmares. Plenty of that experience. The variety doesn't change much. Need to get more of nice relaxing experiences for Braid. Yeah, why don't we just dream that we're on a beach somewhere? That might be nice. Yeah, Delightful Nightmares sounds like a WoW guild is what it sounds like. Like a server 3rd or 4th kind of guild in like a normal server. Not a crazy one. Race to World 1050th. Only 2 hours left. I think we're gonna call it and do another character. Is Midnight worth playing? Didn't play for a few years. It is if you want to play WoW. We can dream anything we want. Why not fly around on dragons? Are you gonna try to get the fabled thing for the next nemesis? Oh, is that the one where you have to be part of the first blank amount of people to do it? I would guess not. I don't like the time pressure. I will do it at some point in the season. I don't think I'm gonna be one of the first. First week. Just the first week. Probably not, because that's probably going to be hard now. I don't know. I feel like that would stress me out. I should probably at least pull it a couple of times to find out if it's actually, like, hard or if I'm just psyching myself out. But, I think there's every chance that it'll be too hard for me to do in the first week if they've overcompensated from where Neleus was. Delightful Nightmare. Girly pop death metal band. I used to have a guildie that was really into... Oh, I forget. It was basically girly pop death metal. Forget the name of it. Yeah, I think it was baby metal. I think that was the one. That's right. It's all coming back to me now. Baby metal for sure. Wasn't there also, separately from that, and baby metal was the right answer, but wasn't there also like a K-pop group that did like, it was a girl group, but they did do metal-inspired songs too. How many mounts usable in one tune? Let me see, do I got Mental Enhanced? 1,044 on this character. It might be more in a different character, though. Depending on faction and class and whatever. This is just a hunter, so it's not going to be the highest number. Over 1,000, though. Dreamcatcher, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Dreamcatcher. It's been a few minutes. Good morning, Hazel. How are you doing today? Good morning, Ice Bear. I'm doing alright today. I'm still trying to wake up. I am struggling to become conscious today. Where's my... Oh, there he goes. That's my pet. Forgot about that one. Benjamina. Short night? No, actually. I might be fighting something off. I was feeling really exhausted yesterday. I had that moment where I'm like, I feel like I got hit by a truck, and I'm like, this isn't ideal. I'm just gonna try to sleep it off, whatever it is. Taking all of Dragonflight off. Missing Mop Remix means I've gone from having a decent number to being super behind. Yeah, Mop Remix had a lot of mounts. I feel like it's frustrating too, because like, I don't know when you would get another chance at them. Did you supplement vitamin D? No. I don't think so. I do take a multivitamin. I did run out of them though, just yesterday. That can't possibly be why. I'm probably just fighting off a cold or something. We'll be super behind. Finished the midnight campaign somehow. Ended up level 86 with 165 item level. Don't ask me how. If one multivitamin is the only thing standing between me and deathly exhaustion, I might have bigger problems. Alright, we're skipping those guys. Anybody here? Me and my woman centrum against the world. Tiki's having a lot of fun back there. Zul'Awoman centrum. It's just vitamins, but with a little bit more algae. All my gearing advice is so out of date, man. I haven't geared up an alt since the first patch, and that's when all my answers are from. Zul'Awoman centrum with extra magnesium dash of troll tusk powder. I had a moment today where I was laying on the couch and my dog climbed on top of me and wouldn't get off for at least 2 hours. Never felt so loved. Sometimes in the morning the kitties will come snuggle like up by our faces in bed in the morning. And it's so cute that it makes it so hard to get up. Tuna likes to tuck himself just under the covers with his head poking out, and then he'll purr. And he's so cute. It's so sweet. Yes? Oh. If you have a higher level alt, doing Nagtal and Vol and Heroic will get you a good amount of field accolades. Goodbye hero gear to send over. Like, please never get up so I can be this happy forever. Alright. I would like one mount, please, Mr. Oak Talon. Do you think we could work that out? Hi, Demon Raw. How are you doing today? Happy Thursday. Good, you? Pretty good. A little sleepy today. Not my highest energy self. We're doing it, though. Had to do a sleep test a few months back because of fatigue, and turned out I have moderate sleep apnea. Periods throughout the night where I stop breathing for 10 plus seconds. That's not good for your heart. That's not what you want. It's too hot here. 30 degrees, 37% humidity, gnarly. It's the humidity. That is hot. Nothing like being lightly steamed alive. This one's not really up. Hi, Tuna. Well, see you later. Decided today was a good day to open the tub of Ben & Jerry's banana ice cream. Bought on sale a few months ago. Nice. Yeah, summer will do that. Had our heat wave in Ohio at the exact same time we had smoke. That was rough, yeah. No fun, no good. Even if you have like good air filters and you can stay inside, you start to go kind of stir crazy after a while. Definitely. Yeah. Let's not be diagnosing anybody over Twitch chat. let's leave that for the medical professionals that we're definitely seeing for sure. Yep. Necrohexerosca. Let's go see if he's up. Doo-doo. One mount? Maybe? No mount. Maybe next time. Tuna, do you want to come sit with me? I could use a little tuna. No. He's up to stuff. He's busy. He's not ready yet. We're having great luck getting all the rares up today. Mount Ink, I can feel it. I'm ready. Let's see it. Not that time. Maybe this one. This character have a ferocity pet? She must. This one? Yeah. Reminds me, I need to go around, tame some new pets in my hunter. If you have the thing to tame the flora fauna from Herondar, they are so cool. There's such great pets out there. My favorite new zone for hunter pet tames is Herondar. It's got awesome stuff. The only thing they don't let you get is that big brontosaur looking thing. That would be cool. Guess they can't let us have all the fun. Meaning to just keeps escaping my brain. No luck there. I had this one patient who kept saying she saw things on Nurse Jackie. And I'm like, OMG. I'm afraid to ask, what's Nurse Jackie? Sounds like a sitcom. I want to be able to get aquatic pets like dolphins, sharks, and penguins. Penguins I can see. A shark, I guess you could animate it kind of like the sharks from Freehold, where they're just flopping along menacingly on land. I don't know how you would get a dolphin to look natural as a hunter pet, though. It's a nurse show. She's on drugs. That's all I know. Oh, oh, oh. Come here, come here. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Come here. Someone's coming to see me. Someone's coming to visit. Who is it? It's Tuna. take a quick break from our Mount Rare farming for cat SMR. He's making biscuits. He's doing stomps. How are ya? Uh-oh. We're not... There we go. I thought my YouTube stream disconnected for a second. Thought Tuna took us offline. Tuna, are you a new kitty? You're kind of a new kitty. When did you come home with us? April? I feel like it was April. There's only 2 rares left. I think if this is where we're at, I'm gonna get another character. Try again. I suppose also not a bad time to take a quick midstream break. I will be your beat. Alright, we're back at the little past halfway point of the stream. We have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters. But fear not, we have more. It's lamprey time. Lovely puppy. Thank you. That's my dog, Moose. That's my friend, Moose. Where is it? Moose. I forgot you've had the cat that long because he was in the slammer. Yeah. We lost a whole month of kitten time. I mean, we didn't lose it, but kind of. They're all in my bedroom now. Moose likes to slink off to a room, like a quiet room to sleep sometimes. Especially if the cats are being crazy, he'll just kind of like sneak off and find like a bedroom that nobody's in that has a dog bed in it and steal a snooze. Alright, I'm ready for a mount. One mount would be great. Cough it up. Give it here. This is a stick up. What? Hi, you want up? Would you like? You gonna jump up, Tiki? Oh. There you go. Let's go kill a rare. Dog has like 1 to 2 dog beds in each room, and yet she has this one that she drags from room to room to sleep in. Aww. Sometimes people that visit my house give me a hard time about how many dog beds I have, because I have, I think 4. And they're like really big, because they have to be so he can be comfy in them. And the cats love them too. There's no joy quite like seeing a little tiny kitty sprawled out on a massive dog bed. Black cat, I have one as well. Aren't they the best? Aren't they just the best? Hi, buddy. Someone asked about the crackling shard farm on Reddit, and I really wanted to type !B. Haven't seen that kitty yet. This one is named Tiki. My black kitty is Tiki. My white kitty with black patches is Tuna. We used to have a lovely silver tabby girl named Kira, but she passed away a couple months ago. I love them. Tiki and Tuna are like a dastardly duo. they're the terrible twins. They are biologically cousins, as their moms were sisters. I miss Kira. I've been here since I was 8. I'm 18 now. Thanks. And Moose. Mine is always grumpy, always growling, ready to fight the other cats and the puppy. She's been grumpy since I found her. Some kitties just want some space. Some kitties just don't want anything to do with it. Miss Kira singing on streams. She used to just set up camp right in front of her bowl, which is pretty close to my mic, and just go meow. And I didn't really ever know why. When she was younger, I used to know what she wanted, but when she got older, she used to start just kind of yowling for no reason that we could really pin down. The vet said it could have been dementia. Hard to say. Song of her people. Yeah. She was a sweet girl. Let's see. Got an orange boy my dad named Scotch. Fantastic name. With age cats do that, 18-year-old cat does random meows too. My bags are getting pretty full. It's been a while since I've sat down and actually cleaned them out. Maybe next time we're waiting for a rare to spawn, we'll do some work. Another obsession she has when I'm about to go to bed and I finish scrolling through the phone. She starts meowing nonstop until I turn off the phone and then starts purring like crazy. I swear, sometimes they just know that phone is bad and you just gotta make the person put the phone down and then they'll feel better. Listen, one day we're gonna scroll that thing right to the end. Maybe mount this time. One mount, please. Had a tabby who would paw at you with claws, but gently for attention. How do the cats feel about belly rubs? Mine is obsessed with them, and I've never known a cat to like them before. Both of them will let me pet their belly. Pretty much whenever. They don't really solicit belly rubs, though, and I only ever pet down. I don't rub both ways like I do with the dog. But when they're rolling around to get really long and noodly, I'll give one really good long, like, pet right. Top of the cat to the bottom. They like that. What rare kill count are you up to at this point? If only I knew. I don't have anything keeping track. Not enough. However many it's not enough. It's been a few weeks of doing nothing but this. For this last one. Full on stretches out, ass for rubs. Mine just shoves his face in my nose hard enough to make it bleed if I don't react to pet him fast enough. Thinking I've seen you in this zone a mighty many days now. Yeah, they're stacking up a little bit. We just have to prove our devotion. You just have to prove your loyalty to the zone and to the Mount Farm. And then one day they will find you worthy. Sometimes I feel like I could do this in my sleep. Like I could just take little naps sitting up and I would still be farming rares. You like this guy's mog? This is, I'm pretty sure, what they made the Garden Gnome transmog for. It's for Worgans. That's the mog I use my gnome hunter. I love trading post mogs. I was skipping them early on because when they first added the trading post, I thought I only had enough tender to get mounts and pets if I wanted them all. But eventually I let go of that dream, stopped getting every mount and pet, and then I had enough tender to buy some of the transmog sets that I really wanted because some of them are just so fun. I feel like most of my mogs have at least one trading post piece in them now. The low-cost mog, honestly. Best bang for your buck. Yeah. Especially if you really like this really simple, straightforward stuff. Sometimes one of the big expensive sets will have enough really nice pieces in it, though, that it's worth it for me. The tricky thing, though, is to make sure that it's not a transmog that they're then going to give you away a very similar recolor on a holiday vendor. Like, they had the Scarecrow, like the Harvest Golem set, and then they gave away an almost identical version, just a slightly different colorway for Hallow's End. that kind of thing. Sometimes I can, sometimes not buying the manga is the move. I wonder if these elves will finish leveling to 90 before I get this mount. The ones I'm using every day are kind of creeping towards 83, through 83 towards 84. I've had good spawns today, so I'm getting pretty far down my list. I don't know if I have the cooldowns for this right now. Here, let's fight this lady separately. Have you considered just having the cooldowns? You just blow on them, make them cool down faster. That's what we know in this household is thermal assault. The unprovoked deblanketing of a warm person intended to rouse them from their slumber. What's your favorite hunter spec? Oh, BM, easy. I'm always BM. I appreciate that I always know how to play it. It's never going to ask a lot from me. I don't main my hunters, so I don't have enough time playing them to get bored of it. I usually just use them for rares or farms or whatever, and BM's perfect for that. Can always level another BM hunter. Yeah, the rares can drop on 80s. Or the mounts can drop off the rares 480s. Gives me more characters, because I've long since finished my 90s for the day. And they're slowly leveling. Nice side effect. Bonus. Maybe this is the one. I think we're gonna kill 100 rares today. We're really cooking through our alts. How do you feel about layers? Looking forward to less world lag caused by hundreds of players all converging on the world boss spot. I am a little curious about how they're gonna fit into my life. I'm interested in what place are they gonna take in my WoW schedule. Am I gonna ignore them? Is my guild gonna do them? Am I gonna pug them? Do I care? I don't know. It is going to be nice having a little less world lag, although for the most part that never really bothered me. World bosses aren't something that I've participated in much up to this point. So if they manage to change that, then that would be something. Yeah, if you didn't kill them before, you probably won't later. The reason I think I might is just because of the difficulties being added. If they really have like 4 difficulties to do things, 3 or 4 difficulties, then you would think that there would be some worthwhile gear off the higher difficulties of it that might make it a good idea to do, even for a main. Not sure. We'll have to see. Apparently the lair has one of the best caster trinkets, maybe because they want people to keep doing it all season. Yeah. I did all my rares. Go park this character back in the village and grab another one. Mythic, you get Mythic 1 of 6 drops and crests. I wonder how hard it's gonna be. Alright, good enough. Who else we got? We got more hunters, I think. Hunter and then a mage. Maybe I'll do the mage first. This was a bit of a tricky ult to play, so we may as well get it over with before we get too fried. Speaking of trinkets, yesterday I kept getting all my bisque gear from raid back in 11.2. Hey, you can vendor that for gold you get to keep now. The Void Spire gear? I apparently have talents. Did I ever go and get my... I did get my blessings. I have my health potions. I'm not in war mode. Oh yeah, I got out of war mode, that's right. We'll try it without war mode and see if there's anybody up. On whatever realm I happen to be on here first before we turn it on. It's like, who's here? But it's just all of my summons. Cooldowns will do that. Apparently I do have talents. Quite the sentence to say out of context. Are you planning to get a flower for your hair like your gnome? I did not have any plans to get a flower for my hair like my gnome. That used to be like all the rage when I was in high school. Kind of like 2007, 2008, 2009. Were like these really fake colored artificial flowers on hair clips. And you would have your hair up in a bun like this and you would just clip one onto the side of your bun. It would be in like a bright pink or like a green or something like that. They were very popular in my dance studio. Black cat attacks my feet. No plans for the plants. No plant plans. I think I'm too fried. I don't know what's going on. I thought you might, since your hair color now matches hers. We finally nailed it. What type of dance? A couple different kinds of classes I did as a kid. We did mostly tap dancing. 1 or 2 ballet classes just to attempt and fail to fix my posture. And then jazz. Which is kind of a funny genre of dance. Because, like, it doesn't really map to anything that you can really think of doing. I'm sure it applies somewhere, but I can't think of where off the top of my head. Never heard of jazz dancing. It's lots of jazz hands. Yeah, professional Castle Nathria council boss dancer. That's the stuff. At one point when I was living in the city, I thought, you know, I remember when I was a kid doing dance classes, there was like an adult dance class that would meet, and it was just kind of like beginner dance. And like the moms and the grandmas would go and they would kind of like tap dance and have fun. And I was like, that'd be fun. I wonder if I could get into that now that I'm an adult. You know, just doing it casually. And I looked it up and the classes are like thousands of dollars for some reason. They're so expensive. And then I thought, never mind. That's okay. I will just dance in my kitchen for free. Sachet left. Prance forward. Good old Castle Nathria. My dance instructors had a terrible time with me. You have to be very specific when you ask me what to do, or else I would quibble over what was actually meant. I do still do yoga. Not to the same degree that I did when I lived in the city. I don't do yoga quite that hard or quite that often, but I do a couple classes a week. Hi Hazel, still no luck. No luck. Not even a smidge. Yeah, cooking dancing's fun. Cooking without music depresses me a bit. If I'm gonna be in the kitchen, I gotta be blasting something. That's one of my favorite things about having a house is I can turn my music up basically as loud as I want. My neighbors will never know. They're not attached to me. I guess if my window's open they might know, but it's not, so. Where to next? Up here? Gonna wait for combust. I'm probably gonna lust this one too. This guy's scary. If that one lady could freestyle in the Olympics, I'm sure he'll do fine. To the Olympics. Yeah, I have my different alts that I made during Legion Remix. I put each of them onto a different RP server so that it was easier for me to find spawns up for this kind of thing. So not only are they all on low pop servers, but they're on different ones too. Some of them are in war mode and some of them aren't, and that can also help. That's me with driving. I know people who just drive in silence, and I think that would make me go crazy. I had to drive in silence when I first started learning to drive because it was still, like, I still needed my entire, all of my focus to make sure I was driving safely and paying attention to everything. But as I got more practice and it got to be more muscle memory, I can turn music on now. I can't turn it up though. I can't have loud music while I'm driving. I need to be able to hear stuff going on around me still. Let's go mount drop. Not yet. Not that time. Does low pop really matter with merge servers, cross realm, everything? A little bit. RP servers help because RP servers aren't going to get merged and cross realmed with non-RP servers for the most part. As far as I know, I think they like to keep RP shards together and fewer people play on them. It's been working for me. Oh, I forgot to lust. Let's sheep her. See if I can pull this one over a little bit. One mount, please. Have to turn the radio down if I'm unfamiliar with where I'm driving. Yeah, I do the same thing. I'll turn it down as well if I'm like, when I'm coming up to doing something. Like if I'm just on the highway for ages, I'll leave it on. But then as soon as I need to like look for my exit or like make a bunch of lane changes or whatever it is, I'll turn it off until I'm done. If I'm trying to like look for a gap in a left turn, I'll turn my music off for that too. Yeah, you turn the radio down to see better. It works! It's a real thing! I used to find cooking boring, and then I decided to come up with a way to get my tablet into the kitchen, watch anime or anything while cooking. I know people listen to podcasts and stuff. One mount, please. Back from work meetings, didn't miss it? Nope. I hate driving new places. I will. I am that freak that will look it up on Google Maps before I go, and will street view each intersection where I'm turning to see if I get a dedicated lane. What does it look like where I'm turning into? That kind of thing. I like to look at it ahead of time. Kind of do a mental run through before I'm on the road. As of late, with YouTube's algorithm, tends to suggest the same kind of podcast over and over and over again. I have maps. I don't trust the lane assist, though. It's not very reliable in the places where I drive. I'd rather just look at it before I go. Do that for unfamiliar places or to remind for not so often traveled places, and then I don't need a GPS. I like both. Can't be too prepared for me. Maybe this next rare will drop the mount. Could do. I'm a little worried that if the mount drops today, I'm not going to be able to summon up a very satisfying reaction. I don't know if we're going to get much bigger than a woo. Where do you still want to travel to? What do you mean? Did I want to travel somewhere before? I think I'm having a moment. I'm not a big traveling person. It's not something I really like dream of. Being away from home is hard for me. I'm kind of in a mild state of emergency the entire time I'm away from my routines. And, you know, safe place. Doing decor duel because I failed to get all the weapons that are now going away. Yeah, good time to clean that up. So I'm in a bush for 2 minutes. My social anxiety won't let me travel. I can do it when needed for family events, or I've traveled before for content stuff. Not recently, but I have done it before. I can do it. It's just not my favorite. It's not something I would do that I seek to do recreationally. I probably should push myself to travel recreationally a little bit just for the sake of my poor husband. Might want to go somewhere once or twice in his life. I am still looking for this last mount. Maybe this will be the one. Nope, that's not the one. I don't like the traveling part of traveling. Fine once I get to where I'm going, once I'm back home, but the in-between parts, long drives, flying, don't really like it. Yeah, it's exhausting. And it feels like a travel day kind of feels like a day that you're donating to the void that you'll never get back. It's a day that you're just kind of waiting for a future day to happen. Dug out my old copy of Dungeon Keeper 2. Amazing how some games just stay in your muscle memory many years later. The core dual currency way faster now. Took half an hour to get them out. Nice. Yeah, I heard that was better. Once I finish this, back to time walking. Husband saw your stream title and went, "There is only Zul." Ghostbusters quote. I'll take your word for it. 12-hour flights. I don't think I've ever done a long haul flight like that. I think 6-ish hours is probably the longest I've ever done, 6 or 7. And not many times in my life. One mount, please. My superstition is feeling like it can't drop because my vibes aren't high enough. I'm too sleepy, therefore the mount won't drop. That's how it works, right? Currently leveling a warlock through WoD. Hated the expansion when it first came out, but actually quite enjoying it now. The questing in the outdoor zones I found to be pretty fun. It was some of the most like on rails questing that they ever did, but they had like nice characters and settings. It was easy to follow. Leveled my mage through Pandaria, quite liked it as well. Pandaren zones might be some of my favorite outdoor zones in the whole game. Be a nice place to have your house. Alright. Oh, he's up. Look at that. I didn't remember to put myself where I could get rested, but where's up? Just the garrison I can't deal with feels pointless. Yeah. You can probably safely skip most of that stuff. My favorite zones have to be Drustvar, Nazmir, now also Zul'Aman and Herondar. Zul'Aman? This one? Wow. Favorite expansion will always be Wrath, though. Peak, wow. The garrison would be more fun if it was account-wide. I haven't been back to mine in a while. A Murloc named Murloc? Mm-hmm. He casts an enrage called in Murgle. It's very cute. It'll be cuter if you gave me him a mount, though. No post on next month's goodies from Trading Post? Wowhead staff is slacking. I mean, has Blizzard posted anything? Normally Wowhead is just reposting the article Blizzard comes out with. Let me see. World of Warcraft. News. Nope, not that I can see. It's funny, they're not very consistent with when they come out with the previews. They usually like to put it out before the end of the month. If we don't get it today, we'll probably get it tomorrow just because people use those to decide if they're going to spend their tender at the end of the month. Hello, Mr. Oak Talon. Would you like to give me a mount, please? Now, keep in mind, I haven't started the mount farm in Zul'Aman, so give it time. In theory, any of the 4 Midnight Zones could be this rude and refuse to drop a mount. But from a few people I've talked to, it seems like sometimes it does tend to be Zul'Aman. It's not always Zul'Aman, but often it's Zul'Aman. I don't know why. I only have one. Wouldn't give me a scroll. Kill all of them on 3 characters daily. Yeah, it's a pretty good loot. You think we're getting trolled? Went through the X-Pack and a Fire Mage, but enjoying the Warlock more, to be fair. 5,300 Trader's Tender. For some reason, I'm scared to spend them on anything but mounts. I, too, am a Trader's Tender hoarder. They decided to make tender scarce and have more tender, or more things than that. They decided to make it so you could never get everything. Which activated my hoard response. So now I don't spend it unless it's something really good. Wonder if it has more hospitable drops for the Horde. I mean, I've got Horde ults doing this. I'm pretty Horde right now. Look at this. Look at my bow. These rares should drop bad luck coins. 100 of them to buy them out. I would hate that. I would hate that. That would suck all the fun out of it, I think. Because then it's just a chet list grind. Dressfire was the first zone I really fell in love with. Love the whole witchcraft vibe and the spooky forests. Find myself returning there on alts or even on my main to just chill and listen to the ambience. Dressfire's spookiness feels just creepy enough to actually freak me out a little bit. Was going paycheck to paycheck with tenders and eventually just dropped buying stuff. What am I sitting on? 13k for me. They have to earn my tender if they want to. If they want me to part with it, they gotta make something really worthwhile. Any mount? Nope. First choice mounts, then pets, then transmog, but only if it's amazing. The Jaina Drustvar cutscenes are what stood out to me. Eerie and cool. Big horror guy, so I guess the spooky just clicks with me. 2k is lots. 2k is what, 2 months worth? I just got really stingy. I became very picky. I probably missed out on a bunch of stuff because I couldn't bring myself to buy it. I don't want to spend tender on something unless I really genuinely want it to use it. I don't want to spend tender just for a +1. Every time the loot window doesn't fit all the loot, I hold my breath. I'm gonna have to start. It's only 11, quarter after 11. I'm gonna have to start bringing more characters out here. This is my last RP realm alt. So I do have more characters I can bring out to farm, but they may be slightly more limited. Fell in love with Stormsong Valley. It's so cozy to me. Tierguard's sound is my favorite BFA zone. It's so real feeling. It feels very lived in to me. Got tired of the generic recolors. Yeah. Even if a model is super cool, if I can get it in one color, I don't think I'll pay any tender to get it in a second color. I have had the red butterfly frozen forever, and I love the butterfly mounts. But I figure if I'm going to ride the butterfly, I would rather ride the pearlescent one, so I'm just going to do that. I remember it was a BlizzCon demo zone, and that was the only time I've ever played in a testing version of the game. Figured, I was at BlizzCon, why not? We've been really getting lots of rare kills today. That's good. BFA was my first beta access. What was my first beta access? It might have been WoD. WoD was one of the ones that they gave away as part of like a promotion deal. There was some thing you could buy that would get you into the WoD beta. And I wasn't far enough into content creation yet to get in that way. Dragonflight. At a certain point, they started just packaging them into, like, pre-orders. WAD was mine also. I don't remember what I did in the WAD beta. I think I previewed a lot of different hairstyles on YouTube. You probably wanted. I don't care how many X-Packs await us or how many zones we enter and leave. As long as my brain sits in my skull, the Northshire Abbey music on that first tune I ever had forever etched. You were the Wadiator. I think your Death Knight was the Wadiator. Played Horde side for the first time in WAD beta. It was a very Horde themed X-Pack. The Alliance were there, but it was definitely a big kind of a orc moment. Okay, now books in a bush. They'll never find you. I think this mount's gonna, or this rare's gonna drop my mount. Could do. Nope. This is it for sure. Oh man. It's okay, we got more rares. They're all up, which is kind of nice. Hi Hazel, how's your day? I'm just waking up. Must work tonight. Day's going pretty good. A little sleepy today, but that's okay. We can have a calm energy day. Pardon me. Transmitting yawns via stream. To be so honest, I've never once found someone. I haven't played since they made the changes. I wonder if it's harder to find people now that they can just stay put without flies, I'm guessing is what they changed. That's what people were telling me. Still farming this Lynx leash. Probably done 40 in the past day. Oh. The mount can drop from the super elites, but it's not really worth fighting them. As far as I know, it's not a better drop chance. And they're a real pain in the behind to do. I've said today is the day for this mount all week, so just in case I jinxed it, it's not gonna drop today. Cyberwolf, thank you very much for the 82-month resub. 82. Hi everyone, still no mount yet. Alright. No, not yet. What might be this one? Could be. I remember when I used to think I would just trip over a rare and get these mounts. That was cute. I'll just get it, killing any rares I find on my way to stuff. Nope. Oh, bow upgrade. What if I do? And that was my last rare on this ult. We'll park her back for some rested and grab another hunter and keep going. Man, I've really done quite a few characters today. I've been having great luck finding the rares up, just not great luck getting it to drop. '82's all the months. It's a long time. Six years and 10 months. Yeah, I've done 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. That was my 8th character to do the zone today. Time for number 9. You've been streaming that long? I've been streaming more or less for 13 years. I started streaming in 2014, and then we are in... Hang on, no, that's 12 years. I'm tired. It's 2026 now. It didn't feel like a long time, but it's gone by, so I suppose it has been. I'm getting creaky over here. Hazel makes an elf that isn't a hunter. The horror. Hazel makes another hunter. Finally got the leash. Oh, congrats! Oh, you've been working so hard on that. That's awesome. Don't mind me just forgetting where the swamp is. It's over here, I think. When I first zone in, I don't always have my skulls on my map just yet. But you'd think I would just remember where everything goes. This alt might not have as many, she might be on a more populated server. It might be harder for me to find spawns. We'll have a look. Oh, I've got my random favorite mount button. I'm thinking, why am I on my Argent Hippogriff? Is that what it's called? Silver Covenant Hippogriff. Haven't seen this mount in a long time. Just finding out you're live. I appreciate all your guides. We just recently got set up to dual stream onto YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so I can have my my stream live on both now. Thanks for watching my videos. Appreciate it. Is it weird? I still remember my first Twitch stream in 2012. It was for EverQuest 2 and I was enchanted by the game. I don't think that's weird. Gonna do some time walking. Ran 2 characters through the last 2 or 3 days. Nice. Yeah, it's a good time to do it. Darn it. Quite literally watched you since you basically took over for tank spot. Man. Here's a throwback. In 2 weeks, BFA will be 8 years old since release. Feel old yet? Oh, there we go. There's a rare. Our first rare. Falling asleep. Pretty sure you were my first YouTube sub? Aw. See if we can find anything else up. Oh yeah, a couple. Let's get on a ferocity pet if we haven't already. Back to the work grind. Cheers. Looking forward to seeing the update on raid guides. You got it. This one? Yeah. Make sure we put a primal rage on the bar. At the ripe age of 8, my dad was tired of me watching you on the family YouTube. Oh man. Not the algorithm. Sad that Prey offers on the first 4,000 rep. After that, only 50. Yeah, big drop off. Might be better to just leave it for a bit until you get another 4K. Hello, welcome back. Tiki, do you think we're gonna get lucky? Who is this purple-haired girl and why is she all that I see? Who is she and what does she want? What's up? Meow. Oh, ow. Pain. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky. No, not that time. Hi. Alright. Kitty bliss drop. Tiki, you're gonna have to bless the next one. I have a dollar store cat bed at my desk for mine. Nice. I was talking about maybe getting a desk-mounted one that sits kind of like here-ish, to see if the cats want to sit in it and be in the shot. Hi. They might want to hang out near the desk without actually being on it. Because at a certain point, what's another thing clamped to a thing in this room? Alright, we got another chance. Here, let's have them bring it back a little bit. There we go. I don't want to aggro the caster. He's being real cute. Tiki, one luck, please. No. I should get, oh dear, I've got some upgrades I could be wearing. I could also probably take this character by the village and pick her, like, Zul'Aman powers. I don't think I remembered to do that on this alt. That might help her out. There's probably, like, some best choices, but I don't know what they are. I don't know anyone that's, like, metagamed that hard in this zone, because most people swing by this zone for a short time and then move on with their lives. Not everybody moves in. Oh, don't even have money. Check on this one. Any upgrades we can wear? This alt's pretty new to all of this. Tiny vermin up. See if that stops it from enraging. We need old reliables for this mount. Bring in the old squad. Boy and Barnacles, will you answer the call? If I make it through everything on Squidgy, I could grab Boy or Barnacles probably. Maybe Boy. I don't think I've done this farm on a Warlock yet. That's a new one. I do like Squidgy's Moloch for this. She looks ready for adventure. We got a half an hour and we got some more kills we can do. Skip past those guys. I think Crazy O'Clock finally ended. I still can't believe you guys knocked over and broke your own kibble container. It was pretty heavy. That must have taken some real doing. Here, we'll go pop by the village and put on some powers. Do you guys happen to know off the top of your head which ones are the strongest ones for just, I don't know, doing rear damage in the zone? It's hard because you can't really browse all of them easily. You have to like pick a greater Loa to see what the lesser Loa powers are. I feel like something with flat damage numbers that's not like a percentage would be good for an ult like this. So, Victory Hunt, Fire, War, but I don't know. Hello Hazel, so you're still living with the trolls? Yeah, that's me. 5% chance for your attacks to deal 500% damage. I don't know if that's gonna be worth it. Intelligence, spell power. I don't know. Strength and stamina. There's probably one that just gives me flat. I'm a hunter. I probably want agility. Crit. Poisons. Yeah, let's just grab the poison. And then, I don't even know how you get the second one. Call that good. Patient Hunter, better for melee? Mm. Yeah. We gotta pick a mount for this character. She can't just keep riding random mounts. Here, give her a corpse fly. Here's a mount we don't appreciate enough. There's one I remember that was a heal when you drop health. Might be good for ults taking damage to survive a bit, but no expert. I pretty much just want stuff that's going to help me burst the rares down quicker. Because once they're 81, they have 2 health pots. Plus, like, you know, Turtle and Exil and stuff. I can usually, especially with damage cooldowns, survive any of them. But more damage is good. Maybe this will be the one. Actually, the size of a normal fly squid, she's just really small. She's pretty little. Love a gnome. Love an excuse for another gnome. I was surprised it took me until Mop Remix to make a gnome hunter. It's like my 2 favorite things. Kind of shocking I didn't have one already. I am going to need more context for your first chat so I can figure out what to do with it. Go check for these middle ones. These fly? They do fly. That's a trading post mount. That might be kind of nice. They make a horrific sound, but they look pretty. Now what's up? Let's see if we get lucky. Horns sound look pretty, just like a real world peacock. I feel like people are always surprised. The first time you hear a peacock, you're like, that's the sound it makes? Doesn't always end up in peacock media. I think they don't want you to know. Brother just had a hip replaced. My goodness. Hope he has a smooth recovery. Alright. One mount chance. I can't use the peacock mount simply for the sound it makes. It sounds like it's in pain. Neighbors had peacocks at one point. It was seared into my memory. They have them in Victoria. They're at Beacon Hill Park. Quite loud. I like how the bald eagle doesn't give a triumphant sounding screech. They use different bird calls for it. Yeah, they'll show it on TV and then they'll play like a hawk sound. Which if you've been around bald eagles is kind of freaky because it's like, wait, who did that? Real bald eagles do kind of like a high-pitched cackle. "7 weeks post-op, hipsters unite." But carefully. What do bald eagles sound like? I don't know if I could mimic it. I think I might sound ridiculous. Maybe I can find a sound to play. Is he gonna do it? That's not what I had in mind. That is a bald eagle, but that's like not the normal one. They usually go cheep, 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 cheep. That one sounded cooler than the rest of the bald eagles. The wow peacock sound makes me feel like I have to apologize for riding on it. Much shriller than I expected. I feel like there's got to be a better sound effect than that I could pull up, but I could put my puppy on alert. Oh no, I missed this one. What about this one? That's more like it. That's the little like high-pitched chirpy cackle thing is the thing that I know them for. I'll Google it. You have a mount to farm. What do you mean? I'm swimming victoriously towards my goal over here. Oh dear. We had there were some, I think they were starlings that had learned how to mimic the bald eagles in the area, and I was convinced I had a bald eagle like just right out of sight really close to my house, and it turned out it was just a starling doing a bald eagle impression. They're cool though. They're big too. They're big birds. Alright, I don't think I'm finding anything up here. I'm gonna take this alt back to the village. Could probably even set our hearth there. Local Stellar's jay mimic the red-tailed hawks. Every now and then you'll hear a northern flicker screech, and you're like, whose hawk is that? And it's just like this little woodpecker-looking thing. Why do you sound so scary for such a cute little bird? Alright, village is this way. This character's nearly 81. It's either 81 or 82 that lets you use the health potions. I'll check for the Murloc one more time, but I don't think we're going to find it up. I like the funny bird names. The blue-footed booby. It does entertain me that the birds are just walking around not knowing that we've named them something so silly. They probably have like a cool name in bird. Hey, how you liking the 12-1 raid? I don't know, I'm still in ZA mount farming. Actually, though. Not that I would miss my raid night, but I'm not doing... if this content's gonna come out, everyone, all the other retail streamers are gonna be in the new zone, and I'm gonna be here doing this. Yeah, it's good stuff. Is there an innkeeper around here? It's over here. Palroll just scared me to not run over fires because I think I'm gonna catch fire. I keep lighting myself on fire in my base. Alright, who's next? We said boy, right? Because we could get any of them. Let's bring boy out there. 3,600 attempts today since my last mount. Still at 1 of 8. Wow. Smile. Oh, look at that. They're happy. That's good. It's a nice attitude to have. Oh, sorry, buddy. I gotta figure out what the perfect mount is to go with boy's transmog. Also, I don't think Buccaneer is his title. As fun as it is to be Buccaneer Boy. Could be a chef. This one. One of my guildies whispered me to ask me how I got the name boy. I don't know what to tell him. Fate. The myth, the legend. Love this transmog. Alright. I was gonna set my hearth here, but I think I'm actually gonna set my hearth to Omanizar Village, like I did with my other characters, so that I can get them back to the rested spot at the time that they are ready to return to it. And I can also go pick up his little zone powers at the same time. Make sure we have rare scanner on, that's important. Yep, it's on. Good, good. I am a demo warlock, apparently. Don't know a thing about it. Make sure we have one button on our bar and hope that it works. I know less about this than I knew about the Fire Mage. I don't even know what button's my cooldown. That seems like something. There's Tyrant. Here's a Plaguefall portal. That definitely needs to be on my bar. Oh, I didn't even put him on war mode, but he doesn't need it for this one. I've got a big stabby boy out. That's a good start. Let's turn Plater on. Create Hailstone, that's your cooldown. I mean an offensive cooldown. I want to do lots of damage. There we go. Let's just press some buttons. Everything's happening yet? Not in a hurry. I'm just pressing my one button. I should probably run around with a health stun on. We're not taking a lot of damage, that's good. How many Marl are you at? This character has 50. My main has about 30k and then another like 5, 10, 15, 20... 50 to 60? Maybe a little more? 1,000 marl. It's been stacking up. I haven't glorped it all together yet. I was trying to think of a word other than concatenate, which is not the right word. It's not how you use that. Combine. There's a better word. I know, you're gonna do what to your cats? Need like 160k marl to get everything. I liked glorped. Yeah, sounds majestic. It gets the idea across. Oh, that doesn't seem like a good idea. I do have Smelly. He could be Smelly. It feels a little mean when his name's Boy, though. Have you tried Affliction? At some point, I'm sure. Where'd my healthstone go? Or do I have the wrong one? Did I not make one? I meant to. Heal your pet talent called Infernal Beneficiary will do it when you drain life. Oh, okay. Oh, that is working. Oh, that's better than Hunter healing pets. It's my favorite lock spec. No. I got some Warglaves. That's fun. Why is my Create Hellstone not working? I'm pressing it. I'm not getting a Hellstone. Isn't that funny? Oh, I'm making a demonic Hellstone. It's a red one. I see. I knew there had to be something going on there. It's the red one. Love all the Warlock specs. Something about destruction. Just lovely. Chaos Bolts, I think, are like primally satisfying. Special strawberry flavored Hellstone. Don't mind if I do. Tyrant seems to be a pretty short cooldown. I guess it's a 1 minute. Boy seems pretty safe. He seems pretty good to just kick back, press Tyrant, use his 1-button rotation, and then drain life once in a while. It seems like that's all he really needs to do. I haven't had to hit any of my other defensives yet. Infernal and Chaos Bolt. Plus, it's fun watching them wind up and launch it. Oh, look, a strawberry. Piece of candy. That's how I feel about Frostmage now. Just press the pretty glowy buttons and do damage. Love it. There's the title. Farmer? Yeah, he could be Farmer Boy. I think a noob boy is kind of funny. I used to have him be Elder Boy for the contradiction. Baron Boy. Blossombringer Boy. Love a little alliteration. I think that's probably how he became Buccaneer Boy. I do like Abominable Boy. Where is he? There he is. Abominable Boy. How many mounts remain from rares? For me, at this moment, 1. And it's been 1 for over a week. There'll be 3 once the next patch comes out. There's 2 more from the next patch. If you weren't a streamer, would you farm every zone? And are there things you do as a streamer that you wouldn't do if you weren't? Probably. It's kind of a hard hypothetical to ask. Good luck to you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what I would do different. It would probably be harder to have patience for these kind of farms, because the thing that entertains me is talking to chat. I think doing it in the silence of my own mind would get to me. Yeah, I'm playing a demonology warlock right now. And also kind of a gnome in a kilt. I remember the making of Boy. I still can't believe we got the name. I didn't make it because I thought I would get the name. I was trying to demo a name that wasn't gettable. I was just trying to show what the you cannot make a character of this name interface looked like, and I was like, what's a name that's definitely not available? Boy. The Scottish Highlander look really sells it. More than a dwarf. He could be Scots boy instead of a Scotsman. Is gettable a word? Yeah, we're on the internet. You can make up any word you want. I don't see why not. Yeah, lots of summoned creatures. I don't know much about what my class is doing. I'm just using the one button helper. I'm mostly here to kill rares and see if they drop them out. Yeah, it's English. We don't have to make it make sense. I'm getting out of here. You're kind of falling off my lap here. Don't fall. Don't fall. Speaking of summons. Reminds me of that time I named a character Chicken out of frustration, expecting the name to be taken like everything else I had tried, but it wasn't. Please tell me you played Chicken. That's so funny. That's a ring that I can probably use. Hi Hazel. Hi Akhtar. How are you doing today? Made an elf druid named Ivy a few days ago. For sure thought someone would have done that by now. I think nowadays they free up names more frequently than they used to. So if nobody has thought to try it in a while, it could easily be available. Yeah, that rare has a bunch of egg-themed abilities. My name. No, can't do it. Too long. I learned a little bit of Hangul a few years ago, but I don't trust myself to try it now. If a person hasn't played in 3 X packs, they give away their names. I remember, boy. We had to dig him up from the depths of alt jail to try to get this mount. Oh, hang on. Sorry, my cat's rolling around on my audio interface. That can't be good for it. Hi, sweetie. Oh, that's the camera button. Oh, don't press that. Kitty says belly rub time, right? I have a healer called Leonard? Oh, it's gone. That was all I read. Kitty. Sorry. I'm gonna finish killing this rare. Tiki decided that we're turning the camera off. Tiki, don't bite that, please. Come here, you rascal. There we go. Got the name Natasha on a popular EU server because they started freeing up names. I was so happy. Mother, stop streaming and love me. That's quite the name. Those are great crispy burrs. That's how I got Dora, I think. Here you go, buddy. Tiki requires more attention. While we get to our next rare. Cat. Koyangi. First time here, both your room background colors and your hair color fit the game perfectly. Thank you very much. I've been dyeing my hair to try to match the salmon pink that my gnome has. Got demon on my demon hunter. Sorry guys, it's over. Best name taken. Alright, one mount please. Started farming the rare mounts after a while and not doing so because I saw you do it. Just got the second Herondar mount after 950 tries. Holy smokes. I did get a Mythic Plus mount. I didn't go for 1%. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that good. I got 3,400. That's good enough for me. Wonder if I should dye my hair black to match my elf. As somebody who dyed my hair black as a teenager, just make sure that you're really ready to keep it, because that ain't coming out. BF got Dracula and a Dracthyr. Oh, sorry. Am I not paying enough attention? Tiki, where's my mount? Why won't it drop? I'm not using any replacements for rarity. I'm just kind of living in the void of not knowing how many attempts we have. Not enough. As long as the mount hasn't dropped, it's not enough yet. Dyed my hair black in high school to look edgy, and instead I looked pale. Yeah, I found it was very unflattering on me. I looked like something that had drowned and washed up on shore. It did not suit me whatsoever. The bliss of the lukewarm bath of ignorance. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm pretty sure it's not hard casting Demon Pulse. Don't worry, there's 25 new mounts to farm in 12-1. Decided to name a character Krendor once and it worked, and I deleted it because I didn't want whispers. Sometimes people ask me if I'm the real Hazel, and I don't quite know what to say. I'm kind of tempted to say no. Find out what they say. Dyed my hair green for grins and giggles. Actually looked great. Even my parents liked it. Green is pretty flattering on all... I'm sure it's not everybody, but like most skin tones I think look really nice with green. I liked green on me. However, if you ever enter a situation in your life where you need to be green screened and green is the only screen they have available, and your hair is green, then you have made some real issues for the people working with you. Had coral hair in 2018. Faded raspberry splat. I like this color. I'll probably keep doing warm pink for a while. Get the same color a couple times. Oh, buddy. He's just flopping. Are you tired? You do need a bed over here. You need a nice cat bed, like right here. I swam in high school, so I bleached my hair. For some reason, the teams do, and then I decided I would go from that to black after the season ended, and it was the worst several months. Ended up buzzing my head because I hated it so much. My coworker's dog used to prance around in her yard. It was so funny. Green hair reminds me of Marimo Head. I think most here know who is that. I don't. It sounds like a chia pet. My mom said, I told you so. I love it when parents just like let their teenagers do stuff like dye their hair, and then when it turns out badly, you just go, well, this was your idea. Gotta learn somehow. You speak really fast. I do. I do. I tend to speak faster when I'm nervous. But I think we speak a bit quickly all the time. Good luck with your mount. Sure you'll get it. Have fun. Thank you. I'm sure we'll get it too. Maybe not today. Also, it's noon. I'm at the end of my time slot. I didn't notice that it happened. We're out of time. It's not happening today. That was unless we fly by this guy and he happens to be up. Then I'll kill him. But otherwise, that was my last chance for the day. I gotta go take him back to the village. My rebellious teen thing wasn't actually hair. I got bettas. I thought I was so rebellious. Appreciate that over them just saying no. I think I would have been so stubborn, would have ended up doing it despite them saying no. Yeah. Hair's mid to dark brown naturally. I'd have to bleach it for a pretty color. Not sure it would cope. It will for sure. It does for sure damage hair. Depending on how bright you want the color to be. If you're not going for a pastel, you might not have to bleach it all the way. But, yeah, there's especially if you're doing it at home, there is a non-zero chance you can fry your hair. The secret is that having fried hair is really not the end of the world. Sometimes you just need a little extra product on it, and you're fine. Innkeeper's on this side. Had to bleach my fashion color out for my job. Lost a lot of hair. Oh. Made a gnome warrior. Somehow the name Figgy wasn't taken. It's a little pudding. Alright. I've been fried today. We did not get the map, but we tried a lot. Here, I'll resolve the Twitch prediction. Where's that window? No luck today. Maybe next time. I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, same farm. Look forward to it. I'll be here if any of you want to join me. We did 2... Tiki, that's my mouse cable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 characters today. Not completely through, but pretty close. Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate the company. Thanks for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.